We are live tonight, Blades and Beers. This is the first session of the year, so we're gonna start 2022 with a bang. It's gonna be Balisong tonight. All right, so tonight it's Spurs. Bro, can you start with like an intro, a backgrounder of how you got started with, the Balisong addiction?
Yeah, yeah, I would call it that too. I got into the Balisong addiction when actually I acquired COVID nung panahon na yon. So prior to acquiring COVID, already was into a certain level nung sa depression. And then when I acquired COVID, when I had COVID, medyo na naghukay pa yung depression. So medyo mas nabaon ako doon sa depression ko. I needed an out. I needed something else. Kasi my family was there. Yes, they were helping out. Pero um, I wanted something else to help me cope with it. Um, and I remember I actually have several long blades here, but I couldn't play with them. They were too long. And I couldn't lift them at all anymore because humina ako humina sobra, nawala akong muscle power. So I needed something small. So that was the time when I thought about getting balisongs. I initially ordered a couple from Jebsen Giron. So he was the most accessible so far during that time kasi order ka lang sa kanya and then it's COD. No questions asked. Ganon. Kapag maganda ka kausap, he would even give you discount. So I remember this was the first one that I got from him. This is a Labaha, 24 Labaha. So I love this one. Out of all of my regular and ordinary balusongs, this is the one that I love the most because it was my first. And then it was also something that helped me get through the first several days into my depression. Of course, I wanted some more after that. I wanted more after that. So I got into a bit more agreements with Jebsen, and then he convinced me to get a couple of special buddy songs from him. So I still have these two. Um, these are I didn't really know what they were called back then. So I just wanted something to hold in my hands and to appreciate. So hindi ko alam na ang tawag dito kalupkop. Hindi ko alam na deer horn yon. Hindi ko alam na Rambo to. Hindi ko alam na labahan tawag dyan. I didn't even know what this was for until someone told me about it, and as well as this. So yon. And during that time, I thought that these were really nice. So I played with it when I had COVID then, because I couldn't sleep then. It was either 0 sleep to 1 hour of sleep time. So all throughout then, when I wasn't talking to anyone, when I wasn't doing anything relevant to household stuff, I was holding my balisong. So they were helping me keep my sanity. They were suppressing my depression. Whenever I held them, whenever I was cleaning them, ganyan. So yun. So that's what actually got me started to collecting balisongs, especially the special ones. Ganon.
Awesome, man. This is exactly why I started these chats, man. I just have to say, everyone has a story. I have to mention that, like I told you earlier before I started recording. And it's a beautiful thing that, we have these EDC or even a knife to help us through a lot of things, and it's actually a very personal reason. It's not, for the sake of owning a knife or bragging to have a specific model, but it's helping you through personal things.
Yeah,
And that's a beautiful,
actually.
beautiful thing. And I totally support you, man. And prayers for um, better health this year.
Hopefully.
All right, man. So at least, yeah, actually, my second question was going to be like the first blade. And already you mentioned itong nakuha mo kay Hiron. Can we have like, do you know how many knives you have right now? How many
Yeah,
blades
yeah. I,
you
I
have?
I was supposed to count that earlier. Kaso it was just too many to bring out and count. So
Yeah.
I couldn't count them all, especially when they're inside their boxes. They're really heavy. I
Hmm.
mean, a box that has a size of 10 by 10 or 8 by 8 that's filled with balisongs, that's really heavy for me, especially I don't have any muscle power anymore. So bringing that out of my cabinet is too much for me. So I really couldn't count it anymore. But my assumption would be around approximately more or less 50, I
Wow.
think. Um, at least, or I don't know. I don't remember, but it would be around that much.
Nice.
Um, so before I started with the Balisong thing, I also was a part of EDC Philippines. So I was EDCing. But I couldn't get the expensive ones. Like I'm really in love with the Chris Reeves knives, the ZT ones. Dude, I really love the profile of those. Um, but I looked into when Forge PH started carrying the what do you call that, real steel knives. So that's the time I really got into it, and then I was always sniping for cheap Spyderco knives at the EDC marketplace. So but I believe after that, after I got a decent collection, I got into a rut and I had to sell most of them. So what's left right now is Spyderco folding blade. I forgot what model, and also uh, one of the first ugly skull knives,
LDD.
the LDD. Yeah, this is one of the first ones that he made. It's very used. It's pretty
Yeah.
much used a lot here at home, especially when opening packages. So yeah, so that's what's left. Also, a couple of fixed blades from the north. I have several from Sese. Yeah. So there. Yeah.
So yeah, let's move on to the last topic that I wanted to get pointers from, no? Because I'm a big fan of your post in the groups and also your Instagram posts. I like all of the photos, the way that you take pictures. And we have like tips of, your blade photography or at least Balisong photography.
Ah, okay. Um, well, number one, what I use is just a simple phone. Okay, phone lang ang gamit ko with all my photography. I do have a DSLR camera, but it's just too much work for me. Because nga yung I have muscle loss in my arm, so I can't really stay in that position for a long time. It makes me tired kagad. So I was stuck with my phone, and then I learned. The first tip was learn the colors or the tone of your phone. So kuha ka muna ng isang picture. Tingnan mo kung ano yung tonality niya. Tingnan mo kung saan siya leaning. So warm part, cool ba yung picture? Is it a little bit blurred? Is it too sharp? Whatever. So doon mo siya i-base ngayon kung anong klaseng lighting ang gagamitin mo, kung paano editing ang gagawin mo. That's the first one. Learn your gear, learn your equipment. Second tip would be learn how to use light. Um, yung sa akin kasi I yung ibang pictures ko kung nakikita mo, nasa dark part siya or nandoon siya sa may kulay brown na background. Ganon. So gumagamit lang ako ng ano nun, parang lightbox, studio lightbox. Doon ko siya ginagamit. Um, ayun. So learn how to use the light then with a studio lightbox. Because it's not ambient light. It's consistent with its light, pero the problem is not all of the stuff that you're going to take a picture of under that light works well in that kind of light. So you have to learn how to mix all of those things together. Yung background, yung lighting, how bright the light is, how warm the light is, how cool the light is. Um, and then once you get that together, now you worry about the posing. So paanong magandang pose? Nakabuka ba? Paibabaw? Um, straight view lang? Or whatever. Tapos, after you figure that out, take one or two pictures, look at it. Kapag maganda na siya without the editing, that's good na. So you can keep that na. Pero if it's not, if you're not satisfied with it, then take some more pictures of it. Make adjustments with what you believe will work for you. Mahirap kasing ano yan eh. I'm glad by the way that you like my photos kasi may ayaw doon sa photos ko eh. Maraming walang hindi nila gusto yung photos ko. Pangit daw kasi. Puti ikaw gusto mo. So yun, after nun, minimal editing. So I take photos using my phone, pero I don't edit using my phone. I have to send those photos via email to my tablet. I can't edit kasi dito sa laptop ko dahil my laptop isn't calibrated for photo editing. And also I don't have a photo editor sa laptop. So yung tablet ko, meron siyang photo editor doon that I use. Minimal edits lang. Pero if you want to have a little bit more drama, then dagdagan mo yung edit mo. Ganon. Make adjustments with the light. The light is the most important part so in any kind of photography. If you don't know how to play with the light, if you don't understand the light, then the photo will not work for you kahit anong gawin mo. Ganon. So, laging tinetest mo palagi. Doon nga sa Balisong Batangas na group page, Karamon actually shared his insights, shared some tips about product photography. So the things that he shared on his page are actually pretty good. I think Karamon is a professional photographer. I used to do professional photography too, but not with product photography. I was a sports photographer, so I had really long lenses. So yeah, yun lang ko. Play with the light, study the light, study your gear, and then after you've studied those, then that's the time that you play with the posing of the things that you want to take pictures of. Ganun.
All right, thank you for the tips, man, and I'll catch you in the next chat. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Wow.